Racing electronics display here at PRI. A lot is going on here, and such a fun time, such a fun show. Going to talk to somebody that I just have huge respect for because, in a word, this young man has passion. Brad Perez, passionate young racer from South Florida, grinding, working, changing tires, getting chances to do things, and made 4 starts on the National Tour last year, 2 in Xfinity, 2 in the Truck Series. Brad, just great to have you here at PRI. Good to see you as always, but great to have you here at the show.
No, it's good to see you too, Postman. I love PRI. I got to come here for the first time last year, and getting to see all of this stuff, you almost didn't realize what you were missing, but now that it is my second year here, I know exactly what I would have missed if I wasn't here, so thank you.
No doubt about it, and I think that's the thing, and you were a young racer trying to scratch and claw your way, so there's all kinds of vendors, there's all kinds of meetings and people and everything like this. Very critical for a young man like you to get out here and put some miles on the sneakers here to get around these floors, right?
Oh yeah, I feel like we spend most of our time in the year cold emailing, cold calling. Now we're cold meeting. Now we're all coming over here to meet new people, to understand what everybody wants and needs, and try to provide that. It's all service, you know?
It really is, that's for sure. I mentioned the 4 starts, 2 in the Xfinity Series, 2 in the Truck Series. I was looking at the stats, all the finishes between 20 and 23rd. The stat that really jumped out to me is every lap completed between all of those. How important was that for you, for those teams you were contracting with, driving for? How important was that for you just to get that seat time?
It's super important. I mean, I feel like it can't be unmentioned that I don't come from much money, but the reason why you can keep racing is because you can keep that car intact. And the work that a lot of the men and women in the shops do to keep these cars together and to go to work every day, it's important for you to be able to bring a car back home nice and safe. And I've learned that from so many great people: Timmy Hill, Rick Ware, Cody Ware, Ryan Ellis, a lot of great race car drivers that have made a living by simply getting that thing back on the trailer the way it looked. So I followed their advice and gladly enough able to complete every single lap.
There is a network of people, and I've always found your journey fascinating because there are the network of the people out there, the Josh Williamses of the world, the people that are all entrenched in this sport. There's just a network where everyone's kind of trying to find a position, but yet you all seem to have each other's back too. I find that fascinating.
Yeah, racing is a super dog-eat-dog industry, as you know, and I feel like putting people on your side that you know that no matter what, they'll have your back because it's so much bigger than racing. I mean, we're all people. We're all living life together, so no matter what you have on the track, it's all about the people who are on your side, and I'm glad to have those people on my side.
We had met a couple years ago, and you were running a Miata series, Spec Miata series, and I actually went to one of the SVRA races and watched you race and win, get the trophy at Charlotte Motor Speedway. What did I see? You're going to climb back behind the wheel next week down at Sebring?
Oh yeah, I love racing, period. I don't care what it is. It could be a lawnmower, it could be a sport bike, I don't care. Luckily my friends, Frank Rodriguez, 3P Logistics back home, they were like, hey man, you should get back into Miata. And I'm like, I want to, like, you know. So they're graciously enough to let me drive one of their cars and gonna have some fun, hanging out, barbecuing with the friends at the racetrack. That's what it's about, you know. No
doubt about it. So that's next week at Sebring. Look for Brad Perez. He's gonna be running the Miata Spec Series. Probably gonna get a trophy again. This guy, I watch it. Yeah, this was spectacular. He in the second race, I think it was, at Charlotte, you started last. And turn number 1 of Charlotte is the Roval course. And I'm telling you what, dude, I have a video somewhere. It looked like you, I mean, there was, what was there, probably 20 cars. It looked like you passed 60 of them down into turn number 1. That's got to be fun, though, when you have a car that good and be able to race like that.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing that I feel like racing in the top levels, at least in like Xfinity and trucks, in the back, teach you is you have to get everything. You have to get everything and be respectful about it too. So learning how to be aggressive but cautiously aggressive helps you in anything. So in Miatas, that's definitely what you got to do.
No doubt about it. So we've got the Miata race next week. Do you have anything you're working on? You're still scratching and clawing for next year? What's anything you're working on?
Yeah, so far I can tell you that I will be driving an Xfinity car next year, more than once. I cannot say exactly where or when or with who, but I know it's going to happen. I'm so happy that I have great partners that are letting me do this, and can't wait to let everybody know all the good news.
Wow, I'm pumped about that. I really am. It's good. Brad, always good to hang out with you. When I introduce you, I love your passion. You are one of those. I just love your passion. So thanks for joining us here at the RE booth.
Thank you, Postman.
There we go. Brad Perez joining us here at RE at the PRI Show.